Hello, friends. Today we're taking a look at Ulta Beauty, ticker symbol ULTA. We'll be looking at the last 5 year performance of the stock. We'll talk about what Ulta Beauty is all about. We'll take a look at the latest earning report and the upcoming earnings report on May 30th and stuff that has been happening with the stock, why it has dropped so much. And we'll be also looking at the last 10 years of the fundamentals of this company and try to figure out if what is a good price for this company. Welcome to Money Talks with Martin Reyes, where we try to take care of our money and find great companies at great prices. Ulta Beauty is a company that I've been looking at. I have thought before that it has been very overpriced, and I've been wanting to buy it for almost, I would say, 3 months or something like that. I've been wanting to jump in. The last 5 days is down 2.4%. In the last month, it's down 21%. That's part of the reason why I'm taking a look again at the numbers on Ulta Beauty. The last year is down 15%, but it had gone up almost all the way to $567. It had a really nice run from October until March, just a little bit before they reported. Actually, until they reported. And this is after the report it started just dropping and dropping and dropping. In the last 5 years, it's up 26%. Um, Analysts, maybe they have not updated their target prices, but as of right now, they're looking at a $571 as a target price, as a fair value in a year from now. That would be a potential growth or earning of about 30%. They don't pay a dividend. And if you look, it's kind of mid-range of their 50-week to range. Ulta Beauty is a company that specializes on. It's a beauty retailer. They have a lot of different cosmetics and skincare and fragrances. They One of the things that I like about them is that they have really cultivated a reward company kind of model in which the the customers are able to return, and they are very loyal to the brand, and they're very well known in the United States, and I believe they're opening in other countries. In the last earnings report, which was on March 14, they beat by 54 cents, it was a pretty nice beat. Same thing in revenue, they beat for 28 million. However, whenever they were projecting, they forecasted a slowdown on their on their future earnings, partly because of the slowdown of the economy, and that triggered an initial tumbling of about 15%. You can see it here in the year to date. It was a big drop, and it has been staying around there. So um, this is something that I will encourage you to dig more into it and just kind of read more about. Maybe listen to the earnings call. I don't want to take too much time on that, but mainly the reason why it dropped is because they are predicting a business slowdown on the earnings. If we were to jump and look at the last 10 years of Alta Beauty's numbers, it's very nice. So in the last 5 years, it has been growing, and as you can see, it's a very steady growth in revenue of 12% year over year in the last 5 years, and 16% in the last 10 years, with a gross margin of 40%, which is not, it's average, it's okay. So that could be a reason, and this is why I think it will be good for you to listen to the earnings report. I'm gonna be listening to the earning report um, to see if maybe part of the issue that they're having and it's going to slow down is because of the growth of the cost of services. And as you can see, the earnings per share have been growing also steady, except 2020. I mean, I think by now everybody just kind of don't pay attention to 2020 because we know what happened. But it's been a nice growth of 16%, 20%. So this is why a lot of people have been expecting from Ulta Beauty to continue to have this kind of grows. As you can see here, they were expecting a 15% uh, growth year over year, 14%, stuff like that. And I think that looking at them slowing down, it really dropped the the value of the stock. But I really think that this is temporary. This is my thought. I would love for you to write down and comment. Do you think that this is temporary? Do you think that the issues with the economy will be it will take longer than this year, or will it be like 2 or 3 years? Just leave a comment down below. Profit margins of 11.4%. That's a little low, which um, it makes them more susceptible um, to the economy. When it comes to free cash flow, in the past 5 years has slowed down. But still growing at 9% in the last 10 years. As you can see, they had a really nice growth of 24%. Free cash flow margins at almost at 11%. That is low again, but the free cash flow yield is at 4.55 average of the last 5 years. That's really really nice. Book value has been growing at a steady 7 to 9% in the last year over year, and return on equity average in the last 5 years at 54%. Really, really nice. Return on asset 20%. That's amazing. Return on invested capital average is 30%. All of these numbers are the reasons I think you can see why I've really been keeping an eye on Ulta Beauty. The only thing that I worry about is the margins. I think they need to improve in the margins. So they don't pay a dividend, and their debt is kind of low. They could pay all their long-term debt in less than 2 years with their average free cash flow. When it comes to shares, they have been buying back their shares. In the last 10 years, it's an average of 2.6% year over year, and in the last 5 years, they have bought a little bit faster at 3.1%. So this is a really good company. I would love to hear your ideas. Do you own it? Are you afraid of Ulta Beauty? Is there a thesis that you have that maybe I should take under consideration? I will also would like to encourage you to subscribe and leave a like. That will help the channel. We're going to be jumping into valuation time, and so this is where I give you my disclaimer. I am just a YouTuber, not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes. Do your own research. Do not make any decisions based on my opinions. So, with that, let's jump into the multiple valuation. Multiple valuation, looking at what the market has been willing to pay, it's somewhere between 400 if you use the average. I wouldn't use the average. I will be using more of the trailing 12 months because of the type of growth in the graphics that we're looking here. So I would say that the average, the fair value is somewhere close to $500. When we use the revenue-based valuation, we're looking at $458. We're looking at discounted free cash flow growing at 12%, which is a little slower than what it has. We're looking at $458 as a fair value. Payback time valuation growing at 10%, a little slower. We are looking at $573 as a fair value. If we look at the discounted cash flow, I will be looking at a fair value of $482. Owners earnings valuation somewhere between 487 to $594. When we put everything together, we're looking at a fair value. Even if we were to take the owner's valuation, we're looking at a fair value somewhere around $495. That will be the number that I will be looking at. Right now, it is trading at 442. If you want to take that's the fair value. If you wanted to take a 15% margin of safety, now remember, all of these numbers are calculated with the idea that my desired rate of return is 15%. So if I add a 15% there, we're looking at $420, which is a little lower from the price where it is right now. If you think that there's still some issues coming up for Ulta Beauty, and you want a margin of safety of 30%, that will put it somewhere around $346 dollars, and at 20%, it would be close to the $400 mark. So those are a couple of scenarios, depending upon your margin of safety. Let me know what you think. If you would like to play with the valuation sheet, you can obtain it. You can buy it at Buy Me a Coffee, or if you could just buy me a coffee. I will also appreciate that. Support the channel. The best support that you can have for my channel is just to subscribe. I'm trying to get to the 500 mark. We're very close. I really appreciate all of you guys, all the comments and the views, and let me know what you think about Ulta Beauty. Let me know what other company I could analyze. And with that said, I hope to see you in the next video.